Well, do you want to have a constructive thought? A couple?
Sure.
All right. Wherever states have right to carry as a shall issue, violent crime, rape, burglaries go down. It's substantial. Now that's the argument you want to use. What would be the benefit by your position for shall issue and you know, the right to carry? The other thing is, you know, like Veronica touched on it, and you need to say it in words that it strikes home to them. What do you do when you come up against a 250-pound guy that knows, you know, how to be physically abusive, is going to be physically abusive? What is going to be your line of defense? The gun is the equalizer. The gun puts you in a superior position to that brute ex-football player, you know, or somebody that's come out of prison that's worked out. And so it's an equalizer. Those are a couple things. You need to show it as their rights. You know, she touched on that. This is a right that is specifically for women. Specifically. The guy that's physically strong in many cases could maybe overpower someone under attack. But and also, if you're in a restaurant and you get somebody that's gone postal, if you have a gun with you, you have an opportunity to answer back and stop the killings. And then go to the example in Israel. Gun-free zones. Schools were gun-free zones, and they were being attacked, and young people were being killed. In Israel, juniors and seniors mandatorily must have completed gun safety courses and have guns with them at all times. Their schools are no longer under any threat. So those are the kind of arguments you need to use. You need to come at them with some information that shows that, hey, you're on their side. You deserve their vote, because they're going to be a whole lot safer as a group. And it isn't about a group. It's about the individual under assault.
Any other questions?
You have a plan for dealing with Federal Reserve and monetary policy and, say, restoring the gold standard or something?
I just basically would follow the Ron Paul model. Try to, you know, I know there's a lot of give up the audit, etc. But, you know, the first step is always auditing them and then work from there. Like I said, in 1824, Andrew Jackson was the only one that ever stood up against the National Bank. He was censored from it. So I would just follow the Ron Paul model.
Okay. Now, you said you were familiar with the Articles of Freedom?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So then if you're short of signing the pledge, you have an understanding of some of the civic actions that the Article of Freedom is asking for, and then you'll support legislation that goes in that direction.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I got to take off.
Bye.
Okay, any other
Best to
questions?
you. Thank you.
Any other questions for Jason?
Well, you know what's coming. Are you going to accept the gravy train health care?
No, I would go out and shop for my own health care.
Are you
I-
going to go on Obamacare with the rest of us?
No, I would not go on Obamacare. I will go out, shop for my own health care. That's just the way I see it. I was never for any type of health care bill, legislation, anything like that. I was completely against it from the time it was brought up. I don't believe that congressmen and senators should get all these perks like health care. I mean, we pay for it. They should have to
it'll be
too.
on the one we're gonna get.
Excuse me?
It'll be on the one we're gonna get. Obama addressed it at one time and said, oh, we could do it because of the expense. It's not the same thing. Kind of like they're not on Social Security either.
Excuse me?
The people in Washington, you know, our general Social Security program,
Mm-hmm.
they have something else. It's not Social Security.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a totally different thing. You know, there's equal protection issues, equal access issues, there's other things that are just, anyway, I just wanted to bring that up.
Thank you.
And are you aware of any scheduled first congressional district candidate debates?
No, I am not aware of any.
Okay, I say you stay tuned into that and then make sure you get included. Because I know, what was that group that Todd's starting to try to get?
Debate Iowa?
Yeah, debate, where they're trying to make sure that the third-party candidates get included in the debates. We should get to hear what you have to say.
Actually, Braley and Lang have been actually kind of silent. And
Are they avoiding having a debate? Probably.
Yeah.
But there's going to be citizens groups that are going to come forward and say,
Yeah.
we're hosting a debate, we want you to come. Yeah.
It's a bad climate for them to want to speak out on
Yeah.
there. Do you have,
You should have a big debate that you put out and then have two chairs,
Sure.
because invite them formally and in the news and directly, and then have two chairs, one that says Braley and one that says Lang, a piece of paper. That way if they don't show up, then it sits empty, and then you can make a big conference and challenge them publicly and say, they were formally invited, obviously the public knew about it, and the chairs still sit empty. I wonder what they're afraid of.
That'd make an excellent television commercial. I don't know how you're doing on fundraising. I mean, do you have any funds? Or?
I've been running it all on my own funding. I have not done any fundraising of any kind. Television commercials, we just kind of wanted to stay away from. Basically, I've unleashed with the ground campaign, a lot of door-to-door, a lot of flyers, and just getting out and talking with people.
Yeah, that's the big part is the pounding the streets and shaking hands. It's just First District's big area to cover, yeah.
are you affiliated with the party?
No, I'm not affiliated with any party. I'm completely independent. Yeah, we do accept donations.
Okay, we've got the box on the left is for Jason, the other one's for Super Liberty, there, if you want to contribute on the way out.
Appreciate that very much.
You should probably say something about foreign policy.
Well, foreign policy, I really, really, really firmly believe that we need to go back to a non-intervention foreign policy. We need to scale back our military, close down bases, Germany, Korea, all over the place. I've said this, check it out on KWWL if you like. I've said it time and time again, that it's just absolutely mandatory that we do this. The military has become pretty much unsustainable. We can't afford it. I don't really think we're under any imminent attack like they would like to claim. Not to mention most of the attacks we brought up upon ourselves by sticking our nose into stuff that just doesn't concern us. I'm a big advocate for non-interventionism. I believe it works. And that's where I'm at on foreign policy issues.
Sound like Ron Paul. How about tax? Oh, go ahead.
This is a slightly off-the-wall question, but how do you, they made a law against like assassinating foreign leaders. Like, what about like going after Bin Laden and people like that? Shouldn't we be able to use CIA on them and stuff like that to get it in? I mean, we fought this terrorist war since 9/11. It's been going on for years and years. It's gone on twice as long as World War II. And if they come over here and kill us, and the ones who did it, I mean, I think we should be able to assassinate them.
Well, absolutely. I really feel we should have been able to
That's what they do.
send in a small group to take care of him, but obviously
As opposed
that
to
wasn't
the
Bush's
standard
plan.
forward line deployment of troops and all that, it's.
Obviously, that wasn't Bush's plan. Bush's plan was to dupe us into something that was going to stretch for a long period of time. I don't really believe they were after Bin Laden from the beginning.
I'm not sure he did it, but.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of controversy there
But,
that I would
there's different things
just
on
rather
that.
not address.
Do you have an online image, or you got a Facebook thing? Or?
You can check me out on Facebook. I post up to date every day on Facebook. It's Jason Faulkner, Facebook. Everyday update, pretty much. I got a couple different groups you can join there.
Do you have position statements there and that sort of thing? Or
Yes, I
just a
do.
discussion?
You just kind of got to go through the discussions and stuff and check it out.